Hello?
So wet outside. Is it zoomed all the way out? Shit. Zoomed all the way out. I need a new lens. Alright, hello everyone. My door must be open still because my light's on. Much better. Alright, so hello guys. Today it's raining. Yeah. But it's a day off I've got, so today I'll be working on the cars. And today I'm actually going to clean out the Subaru. Maybe I'll do a little showcase if I can find somewhere dry to like walk around the car and, you know, be around. But it's probably unlikely because it's not dry here, and I don't think there's anywhere I can park that really has like an overhead with not that many people around. So, but yeah, I need to go clean out the car, so let's get on that. Man, I don't know about some people, but like for me, this is like really hard. Talking to a camera is like one of the strangest things. And it's not because it's like weird to talk to a camera. It just feels odd. I don't know. There's something about it. Like it's hard to have a conversation with a camera. So talking with a camera, I don't know. It's just weird. And it's going to take me some time to get used to, I guess. Hopefully the rain isn't too loud. It's raining a lot, as it always does here in the Portland area. And so just cleaned up the Subaru, and I guess today I'll make just a quick announcement of the Subaru and everything about it. Yeah, so This is my 2004 Subaru WRX wagon. There's not a whole lot done to it. It is my daily driver, and the whole point to this car is I just wanted just a relatively well-powered vehicle that was reliable, that can get me to A to B and be fun at the same time. As of right now, I live in the Portland, Oregon area, but I grew up in the eastern and central Oregon area. So snow there is much worse there than it is here. And I wanted a four-wheel drive car. So obviously there's not too many options there. And really the only two options I had that I was really looking at was some Volvos. There's a couple of Volvos out there. Can't remember the model numbers, but there's all-wheel drive Volvos. They got relatively good gas mileage on 4-cylinder engines, turbocharged. And there was the Mitsubishi Lancers and then Subaru. They've got good fuel efficiency for what they are. Compact, and yet I can still store a lot of shit in here. And that was one reason I didn't go with an STI of this model, because personally I really like the Blob-Eye, but with the STI it only came in with a trunk. There was no hatch or wagon version of the STI for this model, and so I really wanted the wagon because I did have at one point a 2002 Bug-Eye Subaru, and that car, I love that car, but it was slow. It was slow. And I originally wanted to like turbocharge it and like do the whole shebang with it, but eventually it just turned out to be easier to just get myself a WRX and call it good from there. So yeah, that's a little bit of backstory on the Subaru. Alright, so as far as the RX-7 is concerned, why did I get it? Why did I get the RX-7? Well, I think it's kind of obvious. It's unique. There's nothing really out there like it. There's a couple of cars that it is comparable to, but as far as the overall package, there's not really anything else out there like it. You have the uniqueness of the RX-7 rotary car, which there's nothing else really out there except for Mazda vehicles with rotary engines. And then you have the fact that it is a pop-up headlight. Pop-up headlights, there's only so many cars out there with them. Rear-wheel drive, and it's a hatch. And I really enjoy hatches and wagons. I just love their style. And it's just something I really enjoy. In general, I mean, it's unique. It's got its own sound. It's got its high revving range. It's relatively easy to modify. It's a tinkering car. And people say they're unreliable, but as far as I'm concerned, looking at the forums, it doesn't seem to be that way at all. I mean, I'm sure as you go higher up into the horsepower categories, of course, something above 350, 400 horsepower is going to be unreliable. But at that point, what engine is not? I was looking on the forums for the RX-7s, and as long as you keep them well maintained, they live a relatively long life. And I was kind of surprised by that. And when they do tend to start failing, people will just rebuild them. And rebuilding them is one of the easiest processes as far as engines are concerned. It's relatively simple to take apart. I always want to say bolt when I'm talking about the nut, but I know the difference between the two. But if you ever hear me say bolt and I'm referring to a nut, just call me out on it, I guess, because it's just something I do. I call it a bolt, it's a nut. Yeah, I just want to get it up and running, get it to pass smog in spring, get it up and running, pass smog, get the car painted, stitch weld it, you know, get it ready for just being road, like street legal. And once that's done, then I'll be actually modifying it and putting the heavy mods into it. But once the car is up and running and it is working actually, and I have finished the RX-7 project, next project will be me actually modifying my Subaru, which I actually have a very big plans for my Subaru. I'm actually super stoked to get this RX-7 done. Not just because I want to get drifting and get all that stuff out of the way, but I love my Subaru so much. It's treated me well, and quite personally, I'm just so excited to get to working on the Subaru, which I'm kind of scared of doing right now, because right now it's sitting at about 230, 240 wheel horsepower, so it's about 50, 60 horsepower higher than stock, and it is getting really high up there on engine miles. So I really want to get this RX-7 done complete so I can actually fix the Subaru up and get her ready to continue living. As far as the RX-7 is concerned, some of you might be wondering, well, hey, what kind of horsepower are you looking at putting on there? I'm probably looking, I want to keep it reliable, because I'm going to be thrashing on it. I mean, it's going to be a drift car, so I want it to hold up to the torment that I'm giving it. And I'm thinking about 250 to 325 horsepower. On the naturally aspirated side of the engine, like without the turbocharger, I hope to be hitting about 225 at the wheels. So that would be awesome to have a car that has about 220 horsepower just from the engine itself, and then turbocharging it up another 75, 100 horsepower would be sick. So it would be on a completely different spectrum as far as my car right here, which probably, I'm sure the naturally aspirated version of the engine is probably only about 140 wheel horsepower, if not less. It's gonna be a blast, so can't wait to get started on that. And so I'll probably start working on the engine here tonight and start making videos and stuff for that for the next episode. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm not sure if this is exactly what you're looking for, but I feel like an info video was needed. I think people kind of needed to see my Subaru, get a little bit of backstory on that, get a little backstory on my RX-7, why I purchased it, and if this video is long, thank you for watching through the end. If you'd like to see more in-depth videos of like my cars, or like what I've currently got, or what for future plans are, let me know down in the comments. That'd be awesome. And if you don't want to see that, of course, let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. And yeah, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.